everyone, it's Samantha from Scrapmasters Paradise and welcome to the first section of my planner mini-series. This is going to be our new Wild Wednesday series for a couple of weeks. I've got lots of stuff to talk about planner-wise, and this mini-series is really about getting your life organized and getting things organized. Especially during, the last year. My husband got a job, we moved states, I tried to keep track of my business and my life, and it was just super hectic, and I really never got organized and recovered since moving. So I went ahead and got a planner. I started using it immediately, and I really like the system. So I want to show it to you guys. I want to talk about how to keep track of things, how to organize, how to plan projects, and how to goal set. So that's going to be all kind of wrapped up into this series, and the series all started off with a planner. So I want to just show you my planner. My planner is a kind of work in progress right now. I'm still tweaking it, still getting it just right. I'll show you what I have been doing, what I'm kind of switching over to, and then what I'm ultimately going to be switching to very shortly. So here is my planner. This is an ARC planner by Staples. It's the Staples brand, and it's these disc I'll move this. It's these disc things, and it's really cool how the system works. So it's got these discs, and the reason I picked this one is because I love spiral notebooks and 3-ring binders, and this was the most like a 3-ring notebook that I have seen. So what I love about it is you can flip the thing all the way around and then use just the one side. And I almost went with Filofax because the Filofax does have the 6 rings in the middle, and you can just snap and open them and shut them, and they're actually like holes in the pages. But I didn't feel comfortable doing the full sliding it around. So that's why I went with this disc-bound ARC album. And what's really cool about this album is the pages still slip in and out. They're just a little bit different. I'm still kind of getting used to pulling the pages out and sticking them back in. You can see it's a different little punch style. And the pages still stay securely in my book. I found that the thicker the pages are, the easier they stay in the book. I was printing on just regular computer paper for a while, and those pages would end up slipping out if I was folding the book over all the way. Some of them would start like coming off the edge as my paper rubbed up against like my lap or my table, whatever I had my notebook leaning on. But these thicker pages, I just got some, I think this is 65 or 67 pound cardstock. It's like the lighter cardstock, and they fit in just right. And then the pages just snap right back in. You just press them in, and they're pretty secure. You can see I'm pulling on it, tugging on it. It's staying pretty well. With the ARC binder, they have lots of different ARC brand pages that you can buy. They're pre-made pages. They've got monthly calendars, week on 2 pages, plain to-do lists, all sorts of different things, but they're very plain. They were all black and white, so I just printed my own. So this size is called Junior, and the pages end up being half of an 8.5 by 11. So it is 5.5 inches this way by 8.5 inches this way, which means I can make printables and put them on one page, cut it in half, and I have 2 pages for my book, which I really like. That means one 8.5 by 11 comes out to 2 pages, and I can do front and back, so that's 4 pages of my book, and all I need to do is punch them after I cut them in half. And I'm a scrapbooker, so I already have a paper trimmer, so the cutting them in half is not a big deal at all for me. Here is what the hole punch looks like. It's just a big thing, and it can lock in place if you have it down, so no small fingers or anything can get stuck in the little holes, although there's not much space for that anyway, but just in case you don't want your kid to pinch themselves. It just looks like this, and I've been using it a ton, so it's full on the inside. And right here you can see the hole punch goes to all different sizes, and the little arrow points to Junior right there because that's the size of my notebook. Then I just line my paper up with this little thing and then punch it, and it fits right in my little junior size notebook. They have all sorts of sizes of these. There's one of the little punches that just fell out. So they have all sorts of different sizes of these. They've got a really small one, and then they have one that's an 8.5 by 11 size. And I plan on getting the 8.5 by 11 size to use as our home planner, our home binder at some point. So with mine, I just got the pink one, and it was like $14, so it's super duper cheap. And then I make my own printables, so that's super duper cheap. And the only thing that's expensive is this big punch, and it was like $40. But you can get coupons from time to time and get 20 or 25% off of that. So the only thing I did with my book is I changed out these big discs. I got the bigger size on here. I got the 1.5 inch discs. That's what's on here now. And these are the discs that came with it. They're much, much smaller. So I just needed more room than those little discs. I saved them in case I need them for something else, or if I want to switch this to a smaller notebook for some other purpose later on. So the inside has these slots for business cards or credit cards if you want to not carry a purse. Then it has this little folder. And it comes with one pen loop that's got a little stretchy thing on one side. I needed another pen loop, so I just stuck one of these. This is a back to a different notebook I had. It just had a little stretchy thing, so I just stuck it in here and created my second pen loop. And then when it folds, of course, like every one of my videos, there's like a dog hair randomly on something in my video. Anyway. So there's my two pens, I've got those. My other video for today is a review of these pens. This is from Jet Pens, and I'll talk all about these in the video. I'll put the link down there so you guys can watch that. So you guys know where I got my pens, but each one of these pens has 5 colors in it. So I have 10 colors, so I can color code everything. I haven't yet perfected my color coding yet, so everything's just kind of like random rainbow colored at this point. So I'll just show you, like my daily thing is in the front here, and it just has my day on one sheet. And this is a printable I have in the store for 99 cents. I'll put a link down there to this one, and I'll talk more about the printables as the series goes on. I've got a lot of different printables. If you guys want a printable that you don't see in the store, just let me know. You can leave a comment on the comment section of this video or a comment on the blog. Let me know what printables you'd like to see, because I will try to design them for you guys. Right now I just have some basic aqua and pink colored ones. And this is a printable in the store, except I changed one thing. I added these little things here. It says SP, PL, CB, and SM. And I just crossed these off. Those are just my personal things. SP means SP blog. PL means Project Life, CB means Cheapy Baby, which is my new lifestyle blog, and SM means social media. So if I do those things, I just cross them off as I go. And I've actually done SM and PL already today, but I never crossed it off. So this printable is what I've been using day to day to keep me organized. And what I like is it has this 2-section to-do list. The top section is the must-do list. Those are the things I have to get accomplished that day. And then this other to-dos is just things that if I have extra time or I feel extra motivated, I'll get those parts done, but they don't necessarily have to be done. This section here is for errands and appointments. You could put, if you got to call certain people back that day, you can put it there. And then there's a section for just notes. Then there's a section for a menu, and I didn't put our menu on here today, but ordinarily I would. And then I've got the stay healthy section, which I really like. This hydration section, there's 8 glasses, so that's for, 8 ounces of drink, and I've been pretty bad today. I've only had 5 8-ounce glasses, but it's still a little bit early. I can still catch up. And my goal today was to take a power walk, and I ended up doing that for 20 minutes. So I just wrote 20 minutes there, and that was my goal accomplished. I should have checked it off. And then up at the top, it just says today. You put the date, and then it has the days of the week, and you just circle whatever day it is. And what I've been doing is I have my today sheet in here, and then on the back I have tomorrow's day. So I can write things I want to do tomorrow. And then here's, this was 12:30, so it's just on the back there. And what I did was I have this one upside down. I had them just print opposite facing, because then I can switch it So that was one day. When I'm done with it, all I do is I take it out, flip it over, stick it to the next day, and then I have the next day and the next day. And so that works for me, is having this 2-day system set up. And then I just flip it. So there was 1, 2, and then when I'm done with this, I'll just stick it in the recycling bin, and I'll stick a new one in and then flip it when I'm done with that 1 day. So let's see, I gotta put this day back because it's still today. As you can see, you can just switch the pages out and in pretty easily. So I got those 2 days, and then I have my list of goals. I talked about these in some Sunday Scoops videos. I just printed them out, put washi tape around the edge, and then stuck them in here. So I have those. Then I have all my stuff for this week, and I put a quote here. It says, "Be thankful for what you have, you'll end up having more." And I think that's an Oprah quote. I just really liked it. But I printed this week out on the computer, used some washi tape, made it cute. So here I tried to do a little bit of checklisting and color coding, but it's still kind of work in progress. So here is a quote. It says, "Only a person who risks is free," and that's from a really, really good poem. I'll try to find it and link to it down below. I just love the whole poem, and that's just, the main point of the poem. It's a beautiful poem. Anyway, so I've got my color-coded labels here. These are just from Target, and they actually will peel off if you're really careful. I've had a couple of them stick here and there, and I'll show you what I do with those a different day, really in depth. When I really get my color coding system down, I can talk about that more. And I have this little post-it note. I got these from Target in the dollar spot, and it's just a checklist for my morning. So I check that my blog posts went up, I check my favorite websites, I try to do 0 inbox, which is you clean your inbox out and you don't leave anything hanging around, and then 30 minutes of reading. So that's just my me time in the morning with some of my first little to-do list things. Next I have this tab, and this is the Martha Stewart ARC piece. It's got the same punches. That's Martha Stewart's organizers that are at Staples, and they have the same kind of thing, but all her pages were aqua colored, so I ended up with these little to-do list things. I used the back side of this one so that it faces my video checklist, and these are all like upcoming videos. I wrote them in pencil first because sometimes I change the numbers around, and I'm working on highlighting them off as I get them up on the website. But I have my little code of how far along I am on the process. So like these ones say I, that means they've been imported to my computer and they still need to be edited. So I just got, a rough sketch of all my videos coming up. And then here's my Copic videos, all the same way. Be sure to follow my Copic channel because I'll have a new video every weekday in January. Then I've got this daily checklist. I'll talk more about this a different day. Then I've got some more prioritized to-do list type things. And this is my week on 2 days printable. You can just print this out, cut it, put it in the book. And this was for this week, and I haven't really used this very much. I stick with those 1 page a day things because it has the to-do list alongside the important stuff. Of course, this is just kind of the important stuff, and I don't really write much here other than like the important scheduled things because I end up using these each day. But I write things here that I don't want to forget if it's more than 2 days out. So that's that for right now. I have a section for blogging, and I'm going to talk about each of these sections in different videos. I've got a tab for blogging, a tab for projects going on, a tab for project life. I just keep track of my day-to-day project life. I have a meal plan section, cheapy baby section for my life blog, a cleaning section, a month, and then I'll show you my month. I've got just the months on 2 pages here, goals, and then a 3-month plan. So I try to plan some goals and some stuff for 3 months at a time. And I just have all those sections in here. So like I said, I'll talk more about each of these sections in upcoming things. I'll just show you some of my stuff in here. I've got this little weekly planner. I got this at Target for $1 right around the new year. It's just you know, pages, and I use this for my videos. I'm keeping track of what videos are going to be posted what day, and if I just kind of wing my videos, I forget to say something and then I have to go back and film another section. And so what I've been doing is I've just been writing, you know, all the things I want to talk about in each video. So that's just in there, and I've only started doing this since I got this book at the beginning of this year. So hopefully I can cover everything in my videos and not forget something. I have some of those color-coded labels. I'll talk about these more. I've got more of those little to-do list pieces. I just have them paper clipped in here so they don't fall all over the place. And then I have my videos. So I've been really liking this daily page. What I do is at the end of my day, when we're getting ready for bed, I sit there in the bed for 5 or 10 minutes, put down what I want to accomplish for the next day, and then I'm ready to go in the morning. Now that's what I've been doing, and I really like this system, but I didn't realize I ordered another planner. So this planner is a Walgreens planner, and what I was doing, I was ordering Christmas gifts for my family, and I had coupon codes for things to get, you know, good discounts. And I wanted to get a notebook, and I went between just the regular notebook and the planner notebook, and I wasn't sure, you know, which one I was gonna get, and I ended up picking one, and then I forgot which one I picked. By the time it came, it just arrived yesterday, I had totally forgotten that I got the planner one. And this planner one's really, really cool. It's got places for your name, address, and of course it's that flip around like I love. It's got all of the months on here.